Halo Combat Evolved Remake. I mean, Halo Campaign Evolved. The good, the bad, and the ugly. A new Halo game got revealed the other day, and man, I got a lot to say. We are revisiting the first game in the Halo franchise for what, like the 4th time now? This is the new Skyrim, for real. Halo Campaign Evolved sets out to be a new starting point for the franchise. Shit just got too messy, so they're like, alright, hit reset. This game will be releasing in 2026 on Xbox, PC, and yep, finally PlayStation. After all these years, Master Chief is finally joining the fight on PlayStation. The console wars are over! This game is a remake of Halo Combat Evolved in Unreal Engine 5. There are tons of parts about this remake that are really faithful to the original, and then some that are very questionable. I'm gonna be going over all of it, everything good in the game and everything dog shit. Come on, floor it! This is the most expanded we will ever see Halo Combat Evolved's campaign. There's a bunch of new shit joining the arsenal. There's a total of 9 new weapons, and a majority of them are just ones from other Halo games, like the battle rifle and the needle rifle. Wait, does this mean reach? And we can finally wield the energy sword and fuel rod cannon, which were there in Halo 1, but just not playable for Chief. Other weapons are rumored to be like the Sentinel beam. After all these years of wondering why the hell I can't get inside of it, we can finally pilot the Wraith. We're gonna be seeing enemy flood from Halo 3, like the tank form, make an appearance in here as well. Another cool addition is they're adding all the skulls in from the later Halo games. But one of the biggest gameplay features that I was worried about was split screen co-op. Woo, we don't gotta worry about that. We got split screen co-op and 4-player online co-op as well. The first time we'll ever be able to see 4 players in the campaign of Combat Evolved. And to accommodate for the 4th player, there's a new gameplay mechanic on the Warthog. You can now sit on the back and be a human shield for incoming fire. Hell yeah. The new additions don't stop there. We are going to be seeing 3 new missions, literally 3 prequel missions set before the events of Halo 1 that follow Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson.
Me!
New Sergeant Johnson material. Holy shit! We're finally getting Sergeant Johnson back for new content in a main Halo game. Holy fucking shit, guys. Sound the alarms right now! Sergeant Johnson is back!
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
This is so sick, man. Adding more missions is just like the perfect way to go about it. Hopefully see some shit on Reach or something. That'd be so cool. The first thing you notice is how stunning all the graphics are. It's beautiful. The ring, the gas giant in the sky, the water, the foliage. I know this is a pre-release build, but right off the bat, I couldn't help but notice all of the texture popping and all of the stutters. Even in the cutscenes as well. Just worries me of how this will run on my shitbox. One of the worst parts about the 2011 remaster is the visuals. Yeah, you could say the graphics look great, but it does not give you the same vibe at all as Halo CE. In this remake, it looks to be more in line with the OG game. A lot of the lights are toned down. It's not as like disco-y. They gotta keep going with this vibe. Go all in. Make it as mysterious as possible. If we end up at another rave festival, I'm gonna be so pissed. I hope the reveal of the Flood in this game is as scary as the original reveal all the way back in 2001. I hope we don't get a 343 Guilty Spark that looks like you just walked into Club Herrera. I need PlayStation players to be as scared of the Flood as I was when I was a kid. And it's all about the initial reveal, so man, I just hope they get that dark and moody and just like, oh man, come on. Do not make me walk into another party again. We gotta have that horror feeling in the game back, almost that curveball that happens in the middle of the game. One of the best parts about Halo CE is how foreign and alien everything felt. The Foreigner structures felt so vast and barren, yet so filled with so much mystery at the same time. The matte, gritty aesthetic of these structures played into and helped build all of the unknown feelings that you get when you play Halo CE. In this remake, they did tone it down from the remaster, but it almost feels too metallic and shiny. I don't know how to describe it. Some of the shapes of the Foreigner structures are also altered as well. Like the centerpiece is really tall for some reason. I don't know what they were thinking. It's a completely different shape. Like at least in the remaster from 2011, they kind of maintain the same shapes, which I could appreciate. The second full hammer drops you off on that beach. You immediately can tell the gameplay is so different. First of all, there's no health pack, which in my opinion completely changes the pace of the game. Gone are the days of having to dive behind cover and scavenge the battlefield for a health pack. I also just love the little detail of hearing Master Chief's heartbeat when you're on red health. Like, oh my god, it's so cool. The removal of health packs just brings it up to the standards of Halo 2 and 3 with regenning health. And then of course, you know, they gotta put the shield and health at the top like Halo 3. It's kind of cool how that became a staple after that. But man, this HUD is just, what the fuck is this HUD, man? Why is the minimap up in the corner? And why are they telling me how to shoot? I've never had a HUD that teaches you how to shoot. Thankfully, you are able to customize your HUD, so that's a good sign. Hopefully, you're able to like make it exactly like Halo CE. There's so much to unpack here. Look at the AR. It's 32 and not 60. Why? That is literally a staple of the Halo CE assault rifle. It's supposed to be this big-ass beefy AR with a huge magazine to shred through the Covenant. That's the whole point of it, man. I think this changes the gameplay loop of the AR. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be reaching for the AR that much without the 60 round round mag in this game. It was crucial against the Flood, to be honest. By far, one of the biggest changes, though, is adding sprint. Sprint in Halo Combat Evolved. Honestly, I don't give a shit about sprint. I've spent more time with sprint than without it in gaming, but you can't deny that it definitely does change the way you approach every little bit of this game. I think it alters the way you take in the game, especially for first-time players. Like walking down into this Forerunner facility without having sprint, you're just walking down very slowly. You're forced to walk down slowly. Instead of like sprint, people would mostly just sprint through those corridors. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm just trying to get to the objective. I don't give a fuck about this. But that's the whole vibe of Halo CE. It's that atmosphere that gets built. The way Chief just walks through it, it forces you to slow down and really soak in everything around you. Whereas with sprint, I feel like you're just running to the objective and running out. The legendary Magnum has been neutered. They took the beefy balls out from my boy. It doesn't one-tap hunters anymore, and it takes a little longer to tear through certain enemies. You could argue that was a bad thing about Halo CE. The Magnum was way too overpowered. You didn't even need to carry anything else through the whole game. So it looks like they dialed it back a lot in this game, but man, that was part of the charm. It's also kind of small, but there's a notable amount of hit markers and shit as well. I know visual feedback is like a big thing in gaming, but you can still get that feedback without hit markers. You just need like blood spurting out instead. There are also more gameplay features that are brought in from the later Halo games, such as hijacking vehicles, and you can also fully destroy the vehicles as well. The gun sounds are also different. I mean, it's a remake, of course they're going to be different, but it's important to note that some sounds are just straight up carried over from the old Halo games, and others are completely replaced. Like the Warthog horn sounds familiar, and same with the Hunter cannons. And speaking of the Warthog, some of the terrain has been altered, so you can actually take the Warthog to the Hunter section. But I mean, if you're a true Halo player, you can always get the Warthog anywhere. One thing that is actually heartbreaking about the Warthog in this mission, there is an invisible barrier in the water. Who gives a fuck about the barrier? Play the mission, man. I care about the barrier, dude. Driving in that ocean, just going as far as I can, flying around there was so fun. And it's not about the fun factor, it's about freedom and exploration. If they're putting a barrier here, right on the coastline, oh my god, I cannot imagine what they're gonna do the entire campaign. There's gonna be barriers left, right, and center, return to the battlefield. Like, I'm not excited for that. Please, man, we need it open. We need everything open. That's one of my favorite parts about Halo 1 and 2. There is no barriers, pretty much no barriers everywhere. You can go anywhere. From what we've been shown off, we've only seen the Silent Cartographer, and this island looks structurally pretty much the same. But there are some design tweaks, like this big-ass spire thing. It almost reminds me of that one Halo 5 Warzone map. They also mentioned that they refined some of the sections to account for 4 players, so we'll have to see how that plays out in bigger open areas like Assault in the Control Room. They brought back the cast to re-record some of the lines and additional ones as well, making up for this mesh of new and old voice lines, which should feel pretty natural in game. I almost hate to say this, but immediately right off the bat, this game looks like Halo Infinite. Oh, what the fuck? They're showing gameplay too. Oh, it looks like Infinite. What? A lot of the assets are pretty much straight ripped from Halo Infinite, like the Marines, Elites, Grunts, the Needler especially. I don't know, man. It just waters down the feeling of a true remake. We need Halo CE's designs just recreated in 4K, man. Like, these designs are good, but they're not the Halo CE designs. This is giving me the same vibes as the 2011 remaster carrying over all the Halo Reach assets. Like, we're running into the same problem here. I honestly didn't think this would happen. Holy shit. This might sound crazy, but what if they felt comfortable using all the Halo Infinite assets in this game because PlayStation has never seen it before. They've never had their hands on Halo Infinite before, so all these assets are new to them. So it's a completely fresh game. Or they're just reusing them because they're lazy. I don't even know. And then they also took animations from Halo 5 for the sprint. Am I tripping, or is this the Halo 5 sprint animation? Like, it looks almost identical, like the momentum of the pistol and everything. Like, what the fuck? Some of the models seem to be built from the ground up, like the Warthog and the shape of the turret and stuff. I don't know why, but to me, it looks like the Warthog is so close to the ground. And why is it so wide? We also have side mirrors on the Warthog now, which is an interesting choice. Classic designs from Halo CE are missing, such as the Covenant crates. Like, why? Why change them? Halo Combat Evolved's designs are so iconic. Everything from the Covenant to the UNSC to the Forerunner, every design of everything all adds up to this mysterious world that you're just immersed into. The almost grounded feeling of the Marines they have with those metal shoulder plates and that little tech design thing of their eyeglass, like whatever the fuck that green thing is. Fuck all that. What about Halo Infinite Marines? The weirdly proportioned designs from all the Covenant structures, contrasting with almost the ancient roughed up metal look of the Forerunner. Like, yeah, part of the designs are from the limitations of the time, like it being the early 2000s, but a huge chunk of it is the character behind all of it, the stylized choices they made to build up this world. I feel like the remake just forgets that. Like, everything just has this hyper detailed look, and like, yeah, it looks beautiful, but that's not really the point. It's supposed to be a style. There's a specific feeling that Combat Evolved evokes in you when you play it. It's beautiful in in a completely different way. Am I tripping, or is the Halo CE AI more smart than these fellas? It looks like they don't know what they're doing. Like, they just stand there and let themselves get shot. The CE AI felt like they had a head of their own and like they were alive. Same with the Marines. Like, why are they just robots brainlessly wandering around each other in a line? Am I looking too far into this? If you're worried about the blood, worry no longer. It looks great. I'm so glad they weren't afraid to add it, but honestly, we need more of it. Painting in Halo CE was so fun. We need more gore in Halo. Like, when you're shooting the enemies in the original Halo, you can see the blood spewing out of them like a hose. It's kind of wild. And then when they're dead, you can paint some beautiful Bob Ross paintings. The Kool-Aid man just spilt over in here. Holy shit. There's some really sick details in the gameplay, like the sand moving out of the way of the Warthog when you drive over it. It also doesn't disappear immediately. It stays that way, so you can mess up the beach with your tires. It's actually kind of cool. When you kill a hunter and shoot the back of it, you can see worms spilling out of it. So dope. It gives me hope for the Flood. I hope they take it to the next level with making it disturbing. Halo 1 literally showed off torn guts and rib cages falling out. I hope we get that same vibe just enhanced. Holy fuck, that would be awesome. They were explaining how the Halo 3's Flood is a little bit more advanced than the Halo 1 Flood, so they're gonna try to bring that into Halo 1. We'll just have to see how that works out. The Covenant can speak English now. Grunts had their fair share of English spazzing moments in Halo CE, but this is another level with everyone speaking English. Like, who the fuck trained these suckers real fast on how to cuss out the chief? I don't really mind it though, because I grew up in Halo 3, so seeing them speak English is just like wondering why the sky is blue. It's just like a jarring design choice, especially since Halo CE felt so alien because of them not speaking English. Maybe they're just trying to bring Halo CE more in line with the other games in the trilogy. And that makes sense because they're adding enemies from the trilogy as well, like the Halo 3 Flood form. So it seems like they're trying to make it like a cohesive experience if they remake all of them. Oh my god, Halo 3 remake. Oh my god, don't even get me started on that. Now for the soundtrack and sounds. The soundtrack is completely remastered and remixed from the original tracks, and I think it sounds amazing. It sounds almost identical to the original, and that's a great thing. The effects of the gameplay are largely different, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. Some sound absolutely great, like the Warthog horn that's pretty much ripped from the old games, and the plasma pistol that still maintains that classic humming buzz, but others sound so different to where they almost lose their original feeling. They sound almost weightless when you compare them to the original. The rolling thunder of the 60-round magazine from the AR and the punchy metallic sound of the Magnum are just pierced into my memory. These new effects just don't do it justice, in my opinion. It needs more punch. It needs more depth. I need to feel like I'm shooting through walls, not shooting an airsoft gun. Overall, Halo Combat Evolved campaign remastered. Holy fuck. I'm looking so far into this, but man, the more I pick it apart, the more it feels like the 2011 remaster. With all the designs carried over from the game that came out previous, like Halo Reach to then, and then Halo Infinite to now, why can't all of it just be faithful? Why can't I drive into the ocean? Why does the plasma pistol exhaust the wrong way? Like, there's so many little things. But if you don't give a shit about all this stuff, this game's gonna be goated. I just care way too much about all the little details. I grew up with these games, so I don't know, man. I just hope it's good, man. That's all I could hope, man. I just hope it's good. I'm also just happy we're getting new Halo content as well. I can't wait to see what they do with the prequel missions, dude. Imagine if we go on Reach. Holy shit, imagine seeing Reach with Sergeant Johnson. Oh my god. Them adding the needle rifle also just gives me hope for there being missions on Reach. Like, please, man, please. I genuinely don't know what they're gonna do with those missions. Whatever they do with them, I honestly don't care. Whether they line it up with the books or line it up with pre-existing lore or make new lore, I don't even care, man. Just having new Halo content with Sergeant Johnson set before the events of Halo CE, that is an actual dream come true. One thing I do know for sure is that these cutscenes are going to be amazing. They totally remind me of like the Halo 2 anniversary cutscenes, like the blurred cutscenes. Oh my god, these are going to be incredible. It's going to be so cool to see this different take on Halo CE's cutscenes. I hope they change some of these designs and stop using the Halo Infinite ones. Between the trailers and the release of the 2011 remaster, they did stop using some of the Halo Reach ones, so it kind of gives me a little bit of hope, but I don't know, man. Hopefully Halo Studios gets their shit together and pulls this off well. What do you guys think? Is this game gonna be good, or are we living in 2011 all over again? It's gonna be shit. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below, and like this video if you enjoy, and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!